You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay,
So, ladies and gentlemen, Rex bringing it back in Game 3 against Real Terror, fighting valiantly with his Hunter against Real Terror's very developed, well-built Rogue. And we are going to be in the exact same situation as the last series. I know I said this, I think, once before, but last series, Real Terror going ahead 2-0, and Rex bringing it back. We are now going to be seeing the Rogue from Real Terror against the Control Priest from Rex. The Zoth Control Priest. What do you think about this matchup right now?
Well,
I'm now joined by
PCCL.
PCCL.
The Rogue has to go for 30-0 kill, I think. If they don't manage that, then you got the double fascio, as we can see here. You kill for 10, you have your True Heart, you kill for 14. Rogue's out the gas at that point.
Yeah, I mean, have we seen if this particular control piece is running Justicar? Have you seen it yet? Or?
I do believe I've seen it. I did play against this very deck earlier today, and yes, I do believe he does.
Interesting. So Rex's deck here is filled with extreme heal. Sure, as we can see, the Shadow Lord Madness, not a card that we see a lot nowadays, but with all the Zoo decks that we've been seeing, especially like the Darkstyle Councilmans and all these very low minions that make a big impact in the game, Shadow Lord Madness is Shadow Madness is something that we haven't seen, but is very effective in the game.
No, yeah, and I'm surprised that people haven't denied
it
from the.
I just mean like
which is very important.
Just like how Shadow of Madness used to be used.
And I mean, you can hit other things too, like God forbid, Sludge Belcher.
See, so looks like we are going to see the Temple Earthen Ring. I really agree with what you said.
I mean, I would Shadow Lord Pain. No, Shadow Lord Pain.
Yeah.
You do need to get rid of the board.
Yeah, absolutely, and then just Hero Power, and then just pass.
A lot of people forget that. A lot of people think Rogue is just a combo. It's not just a combo.
Like international players to get to this moment, even though this is just a small land, both of these players are extremely good. Real Terror with that spring preliminaries, he almost made it to top 32, top 16, and Rex is sort of the dark horse. We don't really know a lot about him, but
this is actually only the second time here, and he's just being directly facing him, honestly.
Yeah, I really don't mind this lineup from Rex. With what I've seen, I mean, bringing 4 basically controlled decks. You know that 2 of the biggest decks right now are Zoo and Hunter, and
he did bring mid-range Hunter, but
mid-range Hunter?
Yes. Everything else is very control-oriented.
Yeah, the Shamans. He wants to target his priests against the Shamans and things like that.
More than that, it is anti-control-oriented.
Absolutely.
This is a slow meta. He knows that everyone is going to bring at least a control deck, and he's taking advantage of that. He's making throughout the tournament.
Seems pretty counterproductive.
Well, I mean, that is a bad card anyway, but it's especially bad if you're against someone that's known for their first damage.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we got the board pretty firmly in the control of our XX here, unless we see Eviscerate. And we argue will.
Yeah, the Prepper Eviscerate seems like a good. The Phantom Knives? He's trying to use the spell damage. Yeah, he's trying to use the spell damage, keep his Skag Assistant alive, using his face to clear the rest of the 4-1 shade.
I would actually use Thanos. That's just me, but I don't know. We'll see what he does.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. He is electing to go. I believe with what you said with the. He is going to use his face.
He went to the face.
Yeah. It's interesting play here, but I think what Real Terror is basically saying is that he
needs to get as much of his deck in his hand as possible. And I mean, his hand right now is fairly slow. We see 2 SIs and we see the 5-4 which comes out right now.
Yeah, I totally love that point by you. I mean, like he has very reactive cards with the SI agents and stuff, but he doesn't really have a stable card. He doesn't have like an Azure Drake that allows him to put down a big body as well as a draw. It's sort of like I feel like both.
He just threw a very good removal card at the face.
Yeah.
And this is then gonna get organized circle. And now he has nothing.
Rogue here is the extreme card draw that you get off the Gagnasan. This is super interesting. Taking away the draw from Real Terror, throwing in the 3-2, probably gonna throw down the Akanai and a heal. Interesting. Going for an extremely interesting play here. What do you think about this? I mean, we both didn't really think about this exact play. But
I don't like it.
Perhaps what he's doing is he's saving the Akanai heal for the next concealed gags that's in. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because like he knows there's only one left, and he knows that the way that Real Terror is going to kill him is through that burst combo of potentially using the conceal. Sometimes you see it without the conceal, but most of the time you see the conceal. Yeah.
But as far as I know, he still does have 2 activated evils in the deck, which if Leroy gets the buff, that can happen. But you're right.
Yeah.
You don't want him to save the Optimus Circle.
Yeah, it's just a really heads-up play. I mean, he did expend maybe 1 or 2 more resources that he didn't perhaps need to, but he's going for like his long-run play. So this is another board that Real Terror is developing that Rex will be thinking about Akanai circling, but it's good on Real Terror to keep forcing the ball into Rex's court. I think right now is the time to Akanai circle.
And if you look at his webcam here, he's been real strong since that.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's the second player. And
I like this because he can still play the Azure Drake and Hero Power his own face. Or no, sorry, Hero Power the...
I don't like that. I would have Hero Power my own face first. Maybe that was a minor turn from him, but I feel like that could have made a difference. And he could
because he couldn't heal his face because he had the spell.
But he could heal it before the spell.
Oh,
that's what I would have done. And in fact, I would have thrown a flash in for good measure.
Sweet.
But I mean, if he thinks he's safe, maybe he is. We'll have to see. The hand of Real Terror is fairly weak.
Yeah, he doesn't have. He has the Deadly Poison, Cold Blood, the Prep. Like all of these cards work extremely well with the Gagnasan.
But he's not using the Gagnasan.
Yeah,
and
we did see one, but yeah, he's looking at the cards and the chance that he has it with only 11 cards left in the deck is
fairly high.
Yeah.
And here comes a flash heal, which I think should have went off a turn ago, but as long as go, hey, and we see Leroy.
Absolutely. So how much is that now? The Leroy, the Cold Blood?
13.
13 so far.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough right now, yeah. And I mean, we're just gonna see more. The Harrison Jones. The point, yeah. That's. I was just gonna before I could even say anything. I mean, like that's obviously getting dealt with right away. Yeah, no need to use like anything else. The Rex's hand is extremely reactive, but I mean, like.
But that's what he needs.
Especially being as the priest player, like that's the only thing that can't get death or pain. But it's still gonna get cleaned up, probably by the face. I don't think we're gonna see the Akanai circle until the next Gagnasan heal. We might even entomb that next turn.
Entomb is a good play.
Yeah, like entombing the Azure Drake.
The thing is, RXX is not feeling the pressure out. He can afford to wait. He can afford to save that Akanai circle for the Gagnasan. And that's a bad place to be for Real Terror.
Yeah, I mean, like the second that you stop having a board that Rex has to deal with, I mean, like you just said, it's just not. It's not the business.
Do they still have that?
Real Terror is left with only his rogues, and Rex, I believe this one was so he has this mage, or sorry, this priest, and the mage. But what did you see last series?
His lineup is definitely unfavored against RXX, having played them both. I can say that. Oh, here comes the reverse.
That's such value, so value.
He needs a weakest PM, and here we see
why he's so good at this
hard
game. We do see the True Heart.
3 cards steals
Absolutely.
the game, I think.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, like, Real Terror does not have the Emperor proc on anything. We're going to see the Backstab, Dagger, use Face, probably. Rex
He also has used at least one or both of his Viscery. He does not have what it takes to go 30-0, and that's why I say he needed to win. Because he can't, but he can't.
Activate Evil or Arcanine Circle, yeah.
Yeah, and you're dead.
Yeah, it basically looks like Real Terror is in... I don't know exactly what cards he has left, but Rex is definitely in a winning position right now. I mean, next turn, I think he's waiting for the Justicar heal to get max value so that he can heal face Justicar, then heal face, sort of like the Warriors do. So he's waiting until the last second.
Okay.
We're seeing the Arcanine Circle.
You drew the rest of your deck, then what? How do you win? You have Leroy, Cold Blood, hit, conceal.
Real Terror knows that there's still an Arcanine Circle. That's why he's not using any of the Cold Bloods. He is going to use the Conceal. He looks like thinking about it.
Matter. I mean,
yeah, he's basically.
Oh, what if he baits out the Arcanine Circle now, and then there's no Arcanine Circle for the concealed Leroy?
Interesting.
And he does get it.
Wow. MLG plays by Real Terror.
No RXX, you're throwing this.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, but he does pick up the Tom's Choma.
No, but he also has the extra thing. If Real Terror can pull this out, it would be huge.
Well, yes. Yeah, here comes a combo. Oh my god. RXX.
But the Chilma's gonna get stabbed. That's.
There it is.
I mean, we are gonna see.
Maybe no, he heals for 6. He True Hearts and he heals for
3 cards left.
If he's been counting perfectly. Now we know 2 of these 3 cards. Oh, he does.
Wow.
We know 2 of these cards are activated evil, which are completely irrelevant. So
Crazy.
I mean, it was a mistake in the first place by RXX, but I think he just put it.
I think this is all.
Activate evil. Out heal his
Yeah, this
hero
game's
power.
gonna be.
And you just took away the only way to deal with the taunt.
Yeah, he just sapped the. He just sapped. Interesting sap. I guess it is keeping him alive, but Chilmon is going to come down and basically close out this
The
game.
thing is, he was not going to die if he.
This has just been such a good game from the start to the finish. Yeah, we are going to see exactly this. Chilmon heal power. It has to. Real Terror.
Look at that! No! Oh my god!
Wow,
That was
double activity.
I did not see that one coming.
Dude,
Oh, Shadow.
this guy is good at this game.
He beat me
Correct.
barely.
That was such a heads-up play by Rex. Fantastic.
I mean,
Fantastic.
he's not Dragon Priest. I did not even notice Dragon. Most people just think, hey, you know, it's a 5 mana 4/4 joy card. Spell power +1.
Yeah.
It's also Dragon, and so beautiful to
Just-
see that. I don't think it'll deal. It needs to deal 7 damage in 1 card, and no card for Rogue does that.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Azure Drake and possibly even Doomslayer. Maybe not.
I mean, 3
Yeah,
cards.
there's
It
no
doesn't
really
matter
need to.
at this point because the Rogue has exhausted his deck, and he's not going to.
Yeah, that's it.
Eviscerate.
Eviscerate.
So close, yet so far.
That would have saved him. The Eviscerate would have saved him.
In what circumstances? I don't. There might have been a turn where you saved him, but even if he didn't detonate his own Choma, the Eviscerate doesn't kill the Choma, and if he kills the Choma detonates and kills Leroy anyway.
That's it. Just hero
Can we get
power.
a light, Forbidden Shaking Light Roar to just finish this off for us? No, it's a charge.
It's a grind! Ultimate BM. We're going to game 5
We're
for
going to
a
game 5.
second time. Crazy.
For 3rd time actually. It's his
Third time.